What's up, guys? Welcome to our podcast, the International Student Club. And today I'm joined as usual with Kalin, and we have two special guests, Elizabeth and Sarah. So today our topic is modern dating, right? So first I would like to start with introduction to our guests. So Elizabeth, can you tell us something about you?
Yeah, okay. So really funny story that just happened this morning is that I overslept for my debate actually. And I'm so overwhelmed, but this is a daily basis for me. But yeah, I'm Elizabeth. I'm from Breda University. I'm second year student with specializing at TV department. And I'm really excited actually to talk about the topic today.
Nice, nice. And what about you, Sarah?
My name is Sarah, and I'm actually an exchange student. I'm from Toronto in Canada, and I'm just studying at Breda University for a semester. And now I'm at my rival school.
All right. I just wanted to say we're happy to have you. Finally, something else than just guys. Yeah.
Yay, diversity.
Yeah, diversity.
Yeah, nice to have you here.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you
to
for
have
having
you.
us.
And just want to ask you, like, what inspired you to pursue higher education?
Um,
Like in the international country, not in your own.
well, I mean, I'm only doing an exchange semester, but like the study abroad experience I really wanted to do. I think it was always something from high school I wanted, and specifically in like Europe. I think just to push myself out of my comfort zone, experience something new, get out of the city I've always lived in, and meet new people and grow as a person. And I think it's just an experience that's like no other, because you get to
Nice.
immerse yourself in a whole new life temporarily. So it's like whether you like it or not, like it's an experience that you can carry with you for your whole life. So I always wanted to do that, and I'm glad I did. It's like life changing for real. So.
Yeah, for me, it's exactly the same. I feel like I just wanted to be an outstanding person, so I didn't want to keep my studies in Bulgaria. I just wanted something different. I wanted to meet new people, new internationals, to see their cultures, their traditions, because I've spent all of my life in Bulgaria and I wanted something different. I'm a person that goes for different things and I don't like to stay at one place forever. So maybe that's one of the reasons that actually made me take this big step for myself and go like abroad and dive deep into the waters. But yeah.
So did you have any challenges when you came back? When you come here?
Oh
When you came
yeah,
here?
I was super homesick at the beginning, and actually I was in a relationship at that moment, and this guy influenced me in such a bad way. He was denying, like he didn't really want me to interact with people here. He didn't want me to talk to.
Oh, the jealous type, yeah.
Yeah.
The worst.
Side question.
Yeah, bro, I cannot believe I was actually with such a person. But anyways, you learn from your mistakes, right? And yeah, I experienced a lot of things. I just, at some point, I wanted to drop out. I wanted to go home to be with my parents, because actually at that moment I realized that I should not take them for granted. And right now my connection with my family is super strong. But anyways, I'm here. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Side question: was he Bulgarian?
Yeah. actually, he was like the exact Bulgarian type of a guy. Like,
Typical
he was,
Bulgarian
he
guy.
was. I think he is still from the military though. Like,
But
Alright.
he's a soldier or something? Or?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this is a good setup for today's topic.
Yeah, exactly. We picked the right guest.
I guess.
And what about you? Did you face any challenges?
When moving here, yeah, I did, because I did not realize that the Netherlands loves rules as much as they do. Like, coming here, you find out that everything has a system. When they say it's like an organized society, they mean organized. Like, everything has a way. Like, there's a system for everything. Oh, you want to get like a SIM card, you need a bank account. You want a bank account, you need a BSN number. You want a BSN number, you need an appointment. You want an appointment, you should have booked that like 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
Like, there's always something. There's like a system here that, like, I don't know, it all works. Like, you need this to do this. I don't know. So like the rules was kind of hard to adjust to, but like I think once you settle in it, it becomes easier to navigate.
Yeah, just normal, right?
Yeah, but like that, I think that was like the biggest shock. It was like
I think
the amount of
I think we all faced
I
at
agree.
some
Yeah.
point this bureaucracy and
And
yeah.
legalization and documentation and everything that they want from you, and you're just like coming from another country and you don't know the rules, and you're like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do now? And you're seeking help, but basically you can't find this help because everybody speaks in Dutch, and you're like, I'm a
No, but to
fucking
be honest, to
expat.
them they speak quite good English though. Even like
yeah,
the
I would say like here most people are able to communicate with you in English like right away. Like they're able to switch between Dutch and English very well, which is like a good
For
thing.
Try
example-
to find a general practitioner, and then we're gonna
Oh,
talk about
okay.
it. Guys, general practitioners are really hard to find, especially in Breda.
Is it?
Yes. I
know,
tried
I've-
to call multiple ones because I had a situation 2 months ago. I cut myself in really bad place, and I needed a general practitioner so that I can take the stitches off. But at some point, I
Didn't
just-
you need like a I don't know, like a medical like
No. They
just
just-
general practitioner?
Yeah, just they put stitches on me, and they were like, in 10 days you have to come and you have to take them
okay.
off, but you need a document from a general practitioner. And I was like, okay, how am I supposed to find a general practitioner? And they're like, I don't know,
I
call.
think you need to call like the nearest your house or something like that.
Yeah, I called
And
13.
13?
Everybody was like, we are totally booked, we can't, or we don't take international people, we can't, and stuff like that. And I'm
Wait,
like,
they say they don't take international people?
yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that
and
sucks.
that's actually, I mean, I'm seeking your help. I'm gonna pay you for that, basically. But at the same time, you just say that you can't. Like, that's easy money, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Wow.
And lastly, maybe you can share with us like any hobbies. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Bruh, I gotta tell you, I haven't slept for so long. I feel like the last 2 weeks I'm so overwhelmed with university. We had so many projects to finish, and we're still finishing. And I'm like 3 hours of sleep every day. But apart from that, I really like playing volleyball. I go every Tuesday and Thursday, and sometimes Saturdays if we have the opportunity to go together and play. I really like spending time with my friends, getting to know new people, getting to understand what kind of traditions they have, because this is actually to me very interesting. And I like to see in people different point of views. I like different perspectives. Like, let's say we have a given topic and I can discuss something with this person that's next to me for hours. I like that, and this actually drives me to keep on asking questions. So this is a hobby.
that's a lot of things. Nice.
And what about you?
I would say, I feel like every time someone asks that question, like my mind goes blank. Like every single fact about myself goes out
Just
the
think
window.
about when you're not in university or like or
I
work
like-
wherever. What do you do?
I like to cook. I don't know. That's something I
Nice.
like to do. It's like a fun hobby, but I like when like I cook and I share
Favorite-
whatever
favorite
I
dish?
make. Favorite dish? Ooh, that's hard. I can do that. You have to give me like a genre.
The
of, like,
noodles were really good.
What noodles? Oh yeah, the stir
Spicy,
fry.
yeah.
Yeah, spicy stir fry. Yeah, my roommate, she doesn't take spice well, like at all. She's like a
Same
salt
as
and
same
pepper.
as me. I don't take spice.
Oh yeah, but like it's changing. Once I've moved into that house, I've been like, adding cumin, adding chili pepper when she's not looking. Like, I'm trying to get her to like advance her.
That's cheeky.
her
That's
ta-
cheeky. That.
yeah, but her taste palette is expanding since my arrival, so it's doing good.
It's good for her.
Yeah.
No,
maybe
she's
maybe
really
not
good.
for her stomach, but
Yeah.
Sarah is a great cook, though. I can say that for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you. I'd like to think so too.
okay. So let's move to the topic of dating. So, like, do you have like I don't know, have you faced any unique cultural challenges when you? First of all, have you dated like any international?
International?
Yes.
I've only been here 2 months.
Well,
I haven't been here long enough to figure anything like.
long
Some
enough,
time.
right?
You could have an opinion about it, about to see people.
Oh, I do have an opinion about it.
Ah,
So we want to hear that opinion.
Please share that. Yeah.
I could like give my opinion on how I think guys from Toronto are versus like European guys really well, because like from my observations of only being here for 2 months, and I feel like every time I share it, someone's like, "Oh, that's not true," but this is how I observed it. I feel like guys here are much calmer and more content with themselves, if that makes sense. Like I feel like European guys aren't as insecure I'm not sure what that is though. Like
Just
I'm
kind
not
of
sure
more
why.
direct, or
Like I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it's more calm. Like they don't have like a bad reaction or an aggressive reaction to everything. It's more like a calm reaction. Like you say something and they're like, it's like it's like a calmness in them. Like I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like
give us one example.
like if you were to say something to insult them as a joke or something, they would just take it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
you
So
know-
what do the guys in Toronto do then?
I feel like they get more aggressive, but hurt very easily. You say something and they're like, "Oh yeah, well that's why you're fucking ugly, anyways." It's like you know, like it's like you can tell, like, wow, this guy can't take a joke, or this guy's like has a really small ego. Over here, I feel like guys maybe are more content with themselves. Maybe they're less insecure and they are more reassured in who they are, so they don't feel the need to like have an outburst or have like a dramatic reaction to everything. It's very like calm and like they take it and they're like easygoing and they go about their life, mind their own business. It's like
So
very different.
That's
I
your
think.
observation about the Netherlands, right? Or the Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands, but like that also applies to like other international European, like because most of Breda is just European. Like I will say like most of BOAS, at least Breda University, that
Mm-hmm.
it's like international, but it's all Europe really. And then from my observation, I've like that's what I've seen. Like they're all more calm with themselves.
I think it's important to highlight also that obviously it always comes down to the individual, but yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I-
that's what every time I say to someone they're like, "No, I've seen angry Dutchmen. You just haven't met the angry ones." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you're right. Maybe I haven't met the angry ones." But
There are all types of people everywhere, but yeah, I would also generally on my how I've seen things here, guys are usually quite chill.
Yeah.
yeah, there's like a
Quite true.
calmness in you guys. Like I'm not sure what like fuels the calmness, but I have a feeling like it's a correlation to like just being content in who you are, and
Could be.
maybe back home everyone is like.
But you move to more eastern countries like Bulgaria, and you're not you're not gonna find that. So
Bulgarian
it's-
boys are just like into the fight every time whenever something happens, especially if it's a girl related. Like if there is a girl in the situation and they're like, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah,
But
especially if it's like your girl.
No.
There is a fight. There is a
I'm
fight
not-
for sure.
I gotta tell you, like Bulgarian guys are so nice to go clubbing with them because like not really, but they're nice because they're gonna protect you anyways. Like even if they're friends of yours or even like if they have a little crush on you, they're gonna protect you every time. If something happens, if you're not feeling comfortable, they're gonna protect you. They're gonna be there. And I really appreciate the Bulgarians for that. Because with not everybody is like that. Let's say with Dutch people, it's not like that. They're not really protective. They care more about themselves. Because I've experienced like being out with Dutch people. Not everybody
Dutch
is
guys.
yeah. Not everybody is the same, I guess. I'm not generalizing everything, but those that I've experienced being out with, I would say that I had to like keep my back. Like
Maybe that has something to do with like how Dutch people mind their own business a lot, so
Yeah.
it's like to themselves more.
yeah.
But here also they don't fight that much.
No.
To be honest.
No, they actually don't use like, they don't talk even about it. Like if somebody goes straight to them and like tries to challenge them with something, they're just like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna like respond to you in any,
Yeah, I
Anyway,
would say that
just-
too. I feel like they don't bother with bullshit.
yeah.
Okay, then want to ask a question. Might seem a bit controversial. Maybe some girls will hate me for that. But how do you personally feel about that? Should a guy always protect the girl, or is it more okay if you're like this Dutch type of person, or like don't care that much?
Sarah, you can start with that.
I'm just
I feel
asking the questions. so.
I feel like as like your instinct, you should feel the need to protect your friend or someone like who is like in danger, like as like a humane instinct, like you should protect. But I would say in a scenario where it's your girl, why would you not protect them? I don't understand that. Like if that's someone you care about, then obviously you want to keep them safe. And obviously like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, men are above women or anything like that. But in the scenario where someone's getting attacked, obviously like a man would be more prepared to keep her safe than her being able to defend herself.
Yeah.
In like certain scenarios, like if it's at night and you're getting like mugged or something, yeah, like a man being there can help save you more than just yourself, because it's a really dangerous situation that women are put at night. So yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't go out of your way to protect. Even if it was like if you saw a girl getting mugged on the street, what, you wouldn't like?
Okay, I'm just
Go
gonna
help her?
pass. But yeah, no, I see a tendency nowadays that I don't know, your boys, you're gonna say if that's true or not, but I feel like men nowadays like to see independent women. They like to see women that stay behind their words and actually like do the things that they say that they're gonna do. But at the same time, they're afraid to take actions, and that's why nowadays it's really hard to get into relationships because men are scared to make the first action because they just feel like they don't want to do it anymore. They're scared at some point because they don't
I think
know.
there's the scare of rejection,
Yeah.
the fear of rejection.
Yeah,
let's say.
they don't want to do that, and at the same time, women still want them to make the first action, and that's why there is misunderstanding.
mismatch, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think for a lot of the guys, it's usually something that happened before, and they don't have the are not willing anymore to get into this whole relationship thing. And
Yeah, but this is something that you should not think about because basically life is full of new experiences, and if you want to stay at the same place thinking of the past moments and not experiencing new moments, then you don't have actual success for life. I think like you're just staying in your comfort zone where you have to get out of this comfort zone.
I feel like most guys, nah, this is my observation again. I feel like most guys are like that though. They get their heart broken at 16 once and they're like, never the same.
Could be, yeah, could be.
Like one girl does it for them when they're like 14 and they're like, I have a ice cold heart now. I could never love another girl. Like, you were 14, get over it.
Yeah,
They're like, it was never the same. Like, okay.
I think just guys taking things much harsher. So
Yeah.
personal opinion.
14, like their voice didn't even develop and they were like, I'll never love a girl again. Okay.
Yeah.
But are you cool with approaching a guy first, like making the first step?
If he's cool enough.
so you have like a skill.
Like,
If it's like a
like
Coolness
yeah,
skill.
I mean, it depends if the person is interesting enough to want to approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends. I feel like if a girl really does like a guy, she will make it more clear. And I think like her making it more clear is like the indication that she wants something.
yeah, I know these signals. They are always
The signals, yeah,
signals,
the signals.
you
You,
cannot-
you
you
have to
can-
read the signals though, you know.
How-
You should
okay,
study
how-
the
how do you read?
signals.
Very
How do you read the
confusing
signals?
It's super hard for boys.
the
to
signal
read.
is like,
Yeah.
oh, you have very nice shoes. Yeah. What does it mean?
The
Like,
signal should be I watched your story. You should like
what should-
Oh,
for example, a girl likes my story. Okay, she's into me. Like,
yeah.
yeah, but you should just understand the
Not
signal.
necessarily.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
those
it's
signals.
hard.
Those signals.
I
are
think
pretty-
in certain cases, yeah, it's pretty unclear. But I think if you do have like a connection and like it's mutual connection, then she'll make it more clear the signal.
Okay, I gotta tell you something. If a girl starts talking to you or texts you first, this is a fucking signal.
Yeah.
You
I'll
take
say one.
this.
I'll say one. A signal. If she says your name in a sentence a lot, I think that's a signal. That's a signal.
For real, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
it's a difficult. No.
If
Yeah.
if she says that you smell good, that's a signal. If she looks at you
If she
in your
says,
eyes,
if she says, I have like a nice look or something, no. Is it a signal?
Depends on how it's said.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're the two of you and you're just like chit chatting and doing something, and she just adds it like, by the way, you look really nice today. That's a signal.
Okay.
It depends
I
on
think
the
I missed a
tone.
couple.
It depends on the tone
God
of it
damn
said. Yeah, you should take notes right now so that next time like you can pull out a notepad and be like, is this the signal? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Next
Yeah,
time,
for
next
sure,
time
for
some
sure.
girl's gonna be like, "You smell really good." You're like, 1 second. Pull out the notepad. Be like, "That's
For
a
sure,
signal.
I
That's a
missed,
signal."
I
That's
missed a lot. I missed a lot of signals, man. God.
Yeah, but I think we can make a separate podcast just for girl
The signals?
psychology.
That's a hard topic. I gotta tell you. Even
Maybe-
I am getting.
Maybe 3, 4, 5 podcasts. Not gonna be
The
Yeah,
mom
but you
down.
know, there's so much that goes into it. There's tone. There's location. There's
Mood.
situation.
Yeah.
Eye contact. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into how each thing is said. If it's a signal or if it's just a statement.
I would tell you something like the moment you try to understand a woman, that's the moment you're dead.
Yeah.
You just started
Yeah.
wasting your time, you know. Just
Yeah.
Don't try it.
The thing
I
is that
agree.
you boys are more practical, we're more emotional, and we overthink a lot. We think about what could possibly happen in the next moment, and you're just like going for it.
Yeah.
You don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why there is a difference.
So what is that emotion? That's like, it's in you. Like, why are you so emotional, you girls? Can you just be like practical as us? You know?
We don't have as much testosterone as you do.
Yeah. Well.
We think more.
Oh.
Yeah, well, basically, this is like if we go back to the, I don't know what kind of beliefs do you have, but let's say that we came from, like, we are animals basically, and we are females, and we have more emotions because in that way we're supposed to raise a family,
Yeah.
have
True.
children, and having a children is actually something that makes you way more emotional because
Yeah,
you're
you have to be caring
yeah.
stuff.
And at the same time, your role as an animal, I'm sorry that I'm referring to that, you're not animals.
just like our instincts as a like in our DNA in general.
Yours is to support and protect.
Provide.
Ours is also to protect, but in a more emotional level.
Okay.
Sarah, how do you feel about that?
I don't have children yet.
I mean, I don't know about that animal analogy, but like
I don't think it's the right one, but just in our
I
instinct.
feel like I was understanding what you meant. I mean, I personally wouldn't use that analogy, but I do get what you mean. But I feel like it's I'm not sure why women are more emotional. I think it's, but like, you know, people say women are more emotional, and I do think it's more like we think about things more thoroughly, and because of that, it takes us longer to like not process, but like each situation we dive deeper into it. Whereas men, I think, are also emotional, but more like irrational emotional.
They just don't want to show it. You're emotional as well. I do have friends.
That's not true.
I do have friends that are super emotional, and actually they told me that they don't want to show it just because they're gonna feel weak
Yeah,
in
exactly.
front of their
Like,
friends.
why should you?
Yeah, I think it might be also more of a societal thing that like allows women to express themselves better, but
Yeah.
men can't express themselves.
But that's not true, and that's
Yeah.
not fair. I believe that actually you should show it.
Yeah.
So that
Are
I
you
can
gonna be
connect.
attracted to a man who show his weakness?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So let's just start crying then. You know.
But there's
Let's
like
just start crying.
there's a way to it. I think I would love if men could start expressing themselves better, because if they did, then there wouldn't be like a hostile like wall that they keep up always. I would love that too. But at the same time, I do find it like uncomfortable when men like play victim like with their feelings.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I think
That's
I
a
don't
nice
know.
card to play though.
Just be honest. Just be generous person. Be
Like
honest. be
I
open.
can't with like the whole like, oh, nobody loves me, I'm a sad boy, like with playing that victim
Well,
card
then
or
start
something.
doing something about it.
Yeah, like I can't
For
I
God's sake.
I can't like with the victimization of their feelings and like in order to make someone feel guilty and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't like that, but it's different when you can like express yourself and like tap into like
Girls also do that, or
I think so too. I think
No,
they
but
do
for-
that.
No, but
I
for
think
them
it's
it's
weird.
just usual. Like
Yeah.
every girl does
Yeah.
that. Yeah, pretty
well.
much.
No, but I think you're right. I think there are women who use like their emotions as like a guilt feeling and
Just
like
because.
to
Okay,
victimize
this is the thing. This is the secret. They want attention.
Yeah, of course.
Gaining attention from men is the go-to thing that women do mostly. Like, I'm not referring everybody, but most of the women do that just because, yeah, they want attention. And at the
And
same
if you
time,
give the attention to them, they're like, yeah.
yeah,
let's
and at
go.
the same time, boys give the attention because they want something in return. And as long as women have attention, they are going to give them this thing in return.
so
I
we
think
enter
you
this
all know what
vicious
I'm talking
cycle.
about. But yeah.
But yeah,
If okay, so you said you had a boyfriend, Bulgarian guy. So I was wondering if you were you had a friend and she was falling for a Bulgarian guy. What would you tell her? Like, how would you prepare her for some cultural differences she might encounter?
You
say?
mean like me having a boyfriend that's international?
Or you having a friend that has a Bulgarian boyfriend? You know, what would you recommend her? Like, how would you prepare her to?
For a future international relationship.
Yeah.
No, like if she wanted a Bulgarian, what would you warn her about Bulgarians? I think if that's the way
yeah,
I
I
understood the
think that's
question.
the right
Yeah.
explanation. Yeah.
Wow.
How could you explain to an international girl, for example, to Sarah, what a Bulgarian guy is?
Can you read it? No, I must
Hey,
say.
look at this. You're
And-
cool guys, you know.
I'm gonna tell you something. The Bulgarians that I saw and I met in the Netherlands are way different than the Bulgarians that are back in Bulgaria, like back home. It's just they're so much different. I would say that Bulgarians here are more open to new perspectives and are more open to new experiences than the Bulgarians that are back in Bulgaria. Just because they live the same life, that's not interesting. And I'm driven from people that are interested in something, like in different
But
things.
probably the ones who came here had like the feeling that they wanted to explore something new, and they were more open-minded if they left their hometown and everything. So probably that's why they're different
Yeah.
here.
So if you see something like different interests in this person in particular, and if you're interested in that, go for it. Because in that way, actually, you're gonna educate yourself more. Like you're gonna get to topics that you weren't really known with before this person told you about. So I think that's something nice that you should take into account. You have to really listen to the person that's next to you. Like listen and observe how he acts and reacts to certain things that you say and you do. And if you're not interested, I don't think you should really stay with this person. Like you just have to be. Sometimes it's brutally, but it's honesty, and I believe that he's gonna respect that eventually.
So would you recommend Bulgarian guys to Sarah?
I do. Yeah, I will.
Yes, come on, let's go.
And then I go to Bulgaria.
Bulgaria is a great country, though. You should go.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
so
the people are a bit, some of them not that great. But
Actually, that's not true. Bulgarians, especially nowadays, generation is super nice.
but I
gotta
think it's a
tell you.
different topic.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I want to hear some red flags. So you go out with a guy on a first date or second, third date.
I can tell you.
Red
about
flags.
them. Okay.
Go ahead.
I think there's so many, and there's so many like general ones, like oh politeness, blah blah blah. Like there's so many general ones, but like I want to dive into like more niche ones. I think I love someone who's academically driven. I really think that's like a really big like that's a very attractive thing if a guy is like academically driven and he's smart. But to me, a red flag is when a guy is intimidated by your intelligence as well. So he tries to diminish everything you say and belittle you. And like if he does want to teach you like if he knows something like more than you do, instead of teaching it to you in like a way where it's like I'm passionate about this and I want you to know too, it's more like let me belittle you. How do you not know this? Oh, let me tell you like that.
No,
I
just
think
pretty much
that's-
schooling you, kind of.
Yeah, like I think that's like a red flag when a guy feels intimidated by someone else's intelligence. Like
Yeah.
because that means you're not secure enough in your own academic career. And
I would agree. And another red flag that I want to refer to is when guys or girls are acting like somebody else just because they want to make the other one like them more. Not being yourself is a big red flag for me personally. Like, let's say I start to interact with somebody and he is like, I really like stars, I'm really into stars, just because he knows that mostly women are into such things. And he's going to say it just because I'm going to think of him that he's a nice person.
Oh.
Okay.
other red flag, mama's boys.
Oh,
Oh, I cannot with that. I cannot.
Why? I love my mama. Why was wrong with that?
I mean,
Yeah, you can love your mom. You shouldn't want to like fuck your mom. You know, what I mean? Like I swear, it's like I think like I'm Pakistani, like that's my ethnicity. But like I think in my culture too, it's like mama's boys till like the day they die, and they'll have sisters too, and they'll see how their sisters get treated versus them, and they'll be like, yeah, it's a good life being a boy. Like they'll just know it, and they won't do anything about it, nor will they ever like think about it critically. It's just like they know life is easy on them. They know that their mom will like cook, clean, feed, take care, provide for them. They've lived that life their whole life, like every day. So they don't know how to take care of themselves. They just rely on their mom. Also, I think they also put like a weird expectation on their partner the way that they like see their mom, they want to see their partner like their mom.
You have to cook. You have to take care of me.
Yeah, or they'll be like, "Oh, you remind me of my mom." That's so fucking weird. That's so
I
weird.
agree on that. Like
Yeah.
if you say that to a girl, like if you remind me of my mom, it's like quite weird. Yeah.
Yeah, like I want a girl like my mom. That's so fucking weird. I don't understand mama's boys. Like I understand loving your mom, you know, yes, respect your I feel like you should respect your parents. If a guy's like disrespectful to his parents, that's also like a red flag cuz like that's kind of like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be with a guy who's like, "Shut up, mom." Like I'll be like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
That's more moral. It's like if you do that,
Yeah.
you just like
Yeah, but like mama's boys, red flags, mama's boys.
Another red flag is if they take your freedom. I value my freedom a lot, and I believe that even if you're in a relationship, you have to be like you have to communicate whether you want to go and clubbing with your friends, and if the person that's next to you and just tells you, no, let's go
no, it
together.
depends on the friends. So now if you go like with 10 guys,
Yeah.
I
it
mean,
makes difference, right?
I mean, he should trust me as much as
okay,
I'm
with 10
gonna
guys,
trust.
should I
Yeah.
trust you with 10? Oh, no way.
But
I
then-
gotta tell you,
No way.
I gotta tell you, I gotta experience that, and I'm not happy with the outcomes. So right now, I really appreciate my freedom. So next time, in my next relationship, if this person tells me you're not allowed to go out with these people, even though he knows they're friends of mine, and I
But
know them
depends
before
on
that.
the people. Depends on the people.
Okay, if in the group, let's say there is somebody that likes me, I'm not gonna go out with them, just because I value the person that I'm with, right?
Okay, but then say he goes out with 10 girls. Will you trust him?
If he lets me know where he is and what is he doing, yes.
And
Okay.
the address?
I
and
give
the-
I give chances. I give chances. I'm a person that gives chances, and if he messes the first time because of the influence of alcohol or something else, I'm gonna be good person. I'm gonna be generous person, and I'm gonna tell him, okay, I'm gonna let you do you, but if this happens second time, I'm just out of here. I'm out of here, because again, people learn from their mistakes, and
So you're not that jealous type. That much.
the thing is that I've never experienced jealousy. I've never been jealous person. I mean,
That's a kind of red
Not
flag.
even a little?
For the girls, if you're not jealous of your guy, then
yeah, like not as jealous as most people are.
so you mean just
But-
not that much.
Yeah, like I
Normal
think it. I
jealous.
Normal jealous.
I think some things right, like, but I just save it with myself. I don't share it with the person. I'm not like, why did you talk to this girl? Whereas you could have talked to me, like stuff like that. No.
I think like on that top note, like another red flag for me is if the guy I'm with doesn't make like an effort to be good with my friends. I understand boundaries and like not if people don't want to mix together, that's fine. But at the same time, for me personally, like I just couldn't have that. Like I would want my friends to approve of the guy. I think I hold my friendships in my life very dearly, and especially like my female friendships, like they're really important to me. So if I did have a guy, I'd want him to be good with them. Like I'd want them to be able to get along. I wouldn't want like any animosity.
So you're not gonna be afraid of them stealing your guy.
If they're your real friends, they would not do that. They would not do that if they're your real friends. And I think that's also like a whole separate, thing to know
True.
who your true friends are. But like if I had a guy and my friends hated him, and every time I brought him around they'd roll their eyes, like I would hate that. I would also hate if my man talks shit about my friends, because like, these are people these people you care about. So like, I don't understand how you could be around it with hate and stuff.
Yeah.
Parents are different because like, you can't change that like all the time, but like your friends, you choose that. You choose who you surround yourself with. So I'd want them to be able to get together and stuff like that. So a red flag to me is like if a guy always shit talks your friends. That's a red flag to me.
So if we can summarize and like make a list real quick. So red flags, mama boys, respectful to not respectful to your friends or to each other's group friends,
No, being
Uh,
honest.
not being honest. What else was there?
What were we talking about?
I have like so many more. I'm just like going blank right now.
But
Yeah.
let's say some red flags from
Yeah,
girls.
I want to
now.
hear. What
Yeah,
are
yeah,
your
yeah.
red flags
First of
about
all,
women? I feel like this will spark more in
the
my
most
head.
biggest in the world red flag if she has an OnlyFans. Biggest red flag.
Bruh, okay.
That's our biggest red flag. Next one.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
What else?
I'm not part of this. We need to get the OnlyFans thingy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
What's
Next one.
What's your next one?
I don't know. That one. Kalin, what about you? Let me think about another one.
Man, currently, first of all, I'm not good with relationships and things like this. I'm just gonna.
Aw.
Very honest,
Point
very
it-
honest.
point
Shy
it out.
boy, shy
You got
boy.
you got the heart from the girls, you know.
No.
No, it's just that he had experienced something, I guess, and he's not over it.
No, fine. You can continue.
It's like, oh, it's giving me like flashbacks.
Yeah, red flags. Yeah, if the girl has a lot of boyfriends, like guys that are friends of her, red
Mhm.
flag for me.
For me, not really. But
No, bro, no way. Maybe another one if she goes out to like clubs and stuff too often, like let's say every week.
But
Uh,
let's say I work in a nightclub, and if
then
we're
it's a
together,
different story. That's
if
your
we're
work.
together, what?
Then
would
it's
you-
a different story. That's your work, right?
Yeah, but I also drink there.
By your work as well. I assume. Okay, I'll maybe assume that you're working more, but then it's not a red flag. It's not a red flag, but it's like I'll just keep an eye on you. That's it,
Mhm.
pretty much.
If I'm not keeping an eye on you, because guys, he whenever he gets drunk, he gets drunk. He
No,
gets
that's
fucked
not true.
up. he
That's
gets
not true.
fucked up.
That's not true. Okay, so you saw me just once, and you think that's the drunkest like.
First
Uh,
impression, baby.
Stoyan, let's not lie here.
Nobody here has seen me like drunk,
Because we've been together out many times.
but you haven't seen me drunk.
Yeah, the beast. I haven't seen the beast.
The
but
beast, the monster. You know?
The beast mode.
And you get, when he gets unleashed.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
He
You
keeps
don't
him
know.
locked apparently for the past 3 years or what.
No, I don't know. 2 years. I just got more calm. You know, just right now I'm chilling.
What I say? They're so calm. European men.
Yeah, so calm. But you get drunk? It's not
Oh yeah,
that-
then I see another side. Then
You
it's
see
something
another
else. Then it's
side,
something
yeah,
else I
yes.
don't want to see, huh?
But
But,
I thought of maybe if a girl wants too much attention or she's constantly seeking attention, then for me it's automatically okay. Then something is not right here.
But that's the
Yeah.
same for guys as well. If they're too narcissists.
Oh yeah, that's a red flag. Yeah.
could be, yeah.
I would say another red flag for me is like the way a guy speaks about his ex. If he speaks like always mentioning his ex,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
or like a really like he speaks of her really badly, that's a red flag to me because it kind of just shows you're not over it, and
Yeah.
you've never moved on and you haven't
Yeah.
matured from it.
True.
Like, even if she was a piece of shit, like I just like imagine it's your first day and he's talking about his ex. Like I just
There are boys actually.
yeah, I don't know. I just think that's a
Just
red
seems-
flag because it just seems like you haven't moved on from that and like you haven't grown as a person since then. So to
Okay.
me, no.
Cool. Let's switch the topic though. So I want to ask you, how do you move from friendship to relationship?
Oh.
How do you do that? Probably you don't do the
Oh.
first step as girls, but
I actually do the first step. I'm a very assertive person.
oh, nice.
I am a very open person and
Yeah, I think I saw that once in McDonald's. Yeah. I remember that question very clearly. Yeah. I have to ask you though after the podcast what happened, but yeah.
Okay, so again, ask the question again because I
So
got
pretty much,
distracted.
how do you? So let's say you're a friend with a guy, and maybe you have a feelings for him. So how
Mhm.
do you move from a friends being like
You don't.
you don't?
You don't. Don't do it.
Okay, but
Why not?
if
What, but
you're-
you like the guy. You like the guy. You want to be
Don't do
together.
it.
You know.
It's not worth it.
Wait for him.
No, don't do it. My advice, don't do it.
Wait for him to do it. Yeah.
No. No one should do it.
Just run.
Yeah.
Run
Okay,
away.
but let's say you
Don't.
really,
It
really
changes
like him.
everything. It changes everything.
Okay, but you like him. You want to be together. You know.
Yeah, don't. Don't be together. That's my advice. I don't know. I just think it's like there's just too much at stake sometimes. And I think sometimes you might romanticize it more than it needs to be. And because there's so much more history behind it, it would probably hurt a lot more if it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because not only did you lose out on like a partner, you also lost your friend.
Friend. Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's a really bad advice, but don't.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
give-
like that's what I was.
Let's say I want to move from like a friendship to relationship with my girl, like whatever, like.
I don't know.
Give me-
I
give me
would
advice.
first step, read the signals. Yeah, woman psychology, read the signals.
I cannot
doesn't-
read. I
And then-
cannot read
and
those
then
signals.
You kind of
Has
find
a
if
taste.
there's like a mutual connection, like if you feel it on their end too.
Sometimes I cannot read even the connection. Like,
Yeah, but you
What
have
is
to
that?
you have to be able to tell. Like, have you lately been getting closer? Have you lately been talking more deeply? Like, you have to kind of read the situation. So you have to be able to like understand if they're feeling.
Okay, so let's say hypothetically, I understand. I read those signals. So
And
what
you're
I do
feeling it?
next?
I feel like you have to slowly integrate yourself into it. It's like a process.
I don't know, but you said those signals. But when you're a good friend with a girl, it's at that point where you wouldn't know. It's hard to understand if she's fucking with you or she's serious. You know,
That's
it's
true.
it's up in the air. Like, yeah.
That's true.
Try to challenge her, like, in a way that you could see her being vulnerable, but like not vulnerable in a bad way, but in a good way. So let's say,
Yeah.
like, even though women say that they don't like presents, they adore presents. So even if you're with only one like rose or something like that, this would mean a lot to her, and like things that you make for her, and just make her feel special. Like bring her food, or whenever she's on her period, let's say, and
I would
like,
say
just-
like you have to know what their like love language is, and you would be able to find that out if you guys are friends, because you could bring it up in a conversation, like what type of love language they have, like in
True.
a group conversation or something.
Depends how long you've been friends. Though.
Yeah, but like from there, if you can figure out what their love language is, if you kind of act on it, then you might be able to move the attraction farther and the mutual connection stronger, where both of you can admit it at the same time and move on. Example, if her love language is acts of service, then you would do what Elizabeth said, and like, you know, like do things for her, like do favors for her, bring her things. Like this would like spark an interest more in her. It'd be like, oh wow, he like pays attention, like he like blah blah blah. Or if her if her love language is like quality time, but you make the time and effort to one-on-one hang out and stuff like that, then it's gonna spark that interest in her. It's like, oh, I'm starting to feel something, like, because you're acting upon her love language. If her love language is like physical touch, then like maybe once in a while you get more touchy, like with your like hugs, or I don't know,
Nice.
like, you know, you act upon what her love language is. From there, you build the attraction stronger, where both parties can mutually feel it and like bring it up.
Okay.
That's how I would.
I think
give
that's
you
a good
advice
advice.
to move on.
If a girl wants to make the move, what is something that a girl would do? Because I have a friend that always says, he's like, if she's there, if she's there with you, or she's present, you know, that's already a thing for you to like notice, like her presence, or she being around constantly or whatever.
And I feel like if she's making that time, like going out of her way to talk to you constantly, or like to see you and stuff, and it's just like one-on-one, like, then yeah, I would say
She's
that there
in-
is like a signal there.
yeah, she's definitely into you,
Yeah.
and
Especially if she's busy.
yeah,
Yeah. We're university students too, so
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if she's making the time and effort to like speak with you or like meet with you and stuff like that, then you could kind of read like there's like something going on there.
yeah.
So Elizabeth, what would you do like as a girl to try to make this kind of romantic relationship?
I'm gonna be open to the person that I'm talking to, and I'm gonna try to make him feel he trusts me. Because to me, honesty is something really important, and I don't like to face people. I don't like people that are hidden and don't share their emotions. And so I will try to make sure that he will be comfortable with me, and I'm gonna take my time, because I'm super stubborn and I'm very impatient, but I'm trying to learn how to be patient. And so I'm just gonna give him the time he needs if he's a little bit more shy, like Colleen.
Come on, he's
say.
not that shy. Just pressure from the camera, you know.
Okay. If you want, we can switch places. This is not my good side. Just kidding. But yeah,
I feel like girls like that though.
Yeah.
girls
Yeah.
like shy boys.
Yeah, they
God
do.
damn it.
Shyness.
I'm very shy, to be honest. I'm very shy. No, really.
He looks into the camera. I'm also a very
I'm
shy boy.
very shy, guys.
I'm a shy boy.
And to the girls that are watching, very shy.
No, I think I would say girls really like shy guys, only because it shows like you don't have like that over cockiness.
There is a
overly
mystery
ego.
in
Maybe
there.
like they like vulnerability. How do you say that?
Yeah.
Vulnerability. Yeah,
Vulnerability, yeah.
I would say so too. I think like I would say too, like shy guys, they tend to not have like that big ego,
Yeah.
and they don't act overly cocky.
But it's different because I see in the Netherlands most of the Dutch girls like boys that have big egos and they're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But at the
I
same
think
time,
that's part of their culture. Here they are more direct, more
Yeah.
open-minded. Like,
but at the same time, I would say something that you have to go for it. Actually, that's a small hint that you can do.
But I would say there's
Be
girls out there who
mysterious.
like shy guys, so this could work for you really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to be
Yeah.
mysterious. Don't share too much about yourself at first place.
Yeah. Then you could play into that trope of like the shy, quiet brunette boy who just sits in class and you're like, oh my god, he's so mysterious.
Yeah.
What's going on
I'm
in his mind?
interested. I
Yeah.
want to get to know him more.
It's like the
Never
Taylor
understood.
Swift songs, Yeah. She sings about that stuff, like the tall,
Yeah.
quiet brunette boy and stuff, like who's shy. Yeah, all her songs are basically about that.
But those shy guys, they don't get the. For example, if the girl waits for somebody else to make the first move, and like the guy is shy, then who makes the first move?
Yeah, that's true. It has to play out
I'm
in a
very
lot
diff-
way.
I'm
Very
gonna make
difficult,
a confession. Oh, every time I've had any kind of relationship with a girl, it was the girl that approached me first.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably
Or
because she said she did what I said. She saw like the shy boy in class, and she's like, "Wow, he's so mysterious. I want to know more."
yeah,
She
exactly.
made the first step every time. So
I think if you see that someone is interested in you, you have to kind of analyze it. If you're interested in them as well, and what would you do? Like,
Yeah.
take action. Just
Yeah.
take action. Try to get out of your comfort zone because this is gaining experience as well. Like you're learning.
Yeah, the truth is just have to go over your shyness.
Yeah,
in a way,
exactly.
Mhm.
pretty much.
Or play it in as a factor.
And one thing, if you're too shy and if you don't want to do it, or if you're too scared to do it, just say, "I'm not gonna die" after
Of course
saying
you're not
this
gonna die.
sentence, right?
What's the worst gonna happen? She's gonna say no, and
Yeah,
then she
exactly.
says
And then you're gonna
ew,
then
and
you're
that's
gonna
even
move
worse.
forward. but
She says,
another
gross. I never go
Gross.
here.
Yeah, exactly.
another thing
Ugh.
is that you have to be positive about the outcome. You don't have to think about the worst thing that could happen. You have to be
Worst
confident.
case scenario, she spits in your face.
Or yeah.
has that happened to you?
No, of course.
But yeah, no, you have to be positive about it because with positive energy, positive mindset, you bring positive energy.
Yeah, true.
And as
That's
long as
true, yeah.
people see that, they're gonna be interested in you.
True.
So
Yeah, you have to write that down.
Okay, girls. So, what are the do's and don'ts on the first date?
Okay, can I ask something before that? Because in Eastern Europe, at least, we don't have like dating isn't a very like going on dates isn't
It's
a big
more, yeah.
thing.
It's more go for a coffee. You know,
Yeah, it's or you hook up first and then you kind of
yeah,
get into it.
more of
it could be
It's like
that,
the switch.
but
It's like switching like
yeah, yeah.
the timeline.
Whereas what we've seen in the movies, you know, in Western Europe or in the States, it's more like, yeah, you would go to a girl that you don't know, invite her over on a date or whatever, and then you have dates and yeah. So
I think I'm in Bulgaria. I just what we did before was just say to the girl, yeah, let's go for a coffee. You know?
I guess you could say coffee's like a date though, right?
yeah.
Coffee date.
But it's like everybody knows if you invite a girl for a coffee, it's not a regular coffee. You know.
Oh.
Don't
Yeah.
don't is to invite her too early to go to your place and
Mm.
watch Netflix and chill. This is
Why
a
not?
don't. This because we're gonna be uncomfortable with that. And at first, I would say go for a public area.
Mm-hmm.
Like go to a coffee, a restaurant, or a brunch, or a dinner, or something like that.
park.
But actually, you can go to museums as well, and like galleries and stuff like that. I mean, it really depends what kind of things you like. But
I would never go to the gallery. Never.
go
And
to
to the
Van Gogh.
museum.
Go to Van Gogh's museum, bruh.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I'll just take her to a football game. You know, if she likes it, then she's for me. If not, bye bye.
Go to NAC.
I've been
yeah,
trying to go to a
NAC
football game,
Breda.
but like they're all sold out now. I
Huh?
don't think there's any more. I've been trying to go to a football game since I came here.
Let's go.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Let's go.
actually really wanted to go.
I did too. I
Alright.
really wanted
To
to go.
NAC,
I just
I
couldn't
want to go
find.
to
All
NAC.
right, let's go. I'm going now in May with.
May
so-
what? Can I come?
Bro, get a
No, it's
ticket
not
for
a
me as
joke.
well.
Yeah, could we all come?
Yeah, definitely. I have some friends from my class. They're like, yeah, let's go to a game in May. So
Beautiful.
I want to
Yeah.
come.
We
I
were-
want to be at that game.
we went already
It's on my
twice
Europe bucket
this year.
list.
Yeah, we went
Was-
already twice. It was very nice, even though the club here in Breda is small, quite small
It's
relative
okay.
to
I
the
need
other
it.
clubs.
It's on my Europe bucket list.
Yeah.
So I need it.
But the stadium is cool. It's a big stadium. So a
But
lot
yeah,
of
I would.
fans.
If we were going back to like the thing, like
The
the do's and
topic.
don'ts,
Yeah.
then I would say
Yeah.
like if there's something interesting that both of you would like, then yeah, do that. Because then
Yeah.
then you can have like more to talk about. It's not as awkward. If it's just food, then sometimes it might get awkward. So if it's something you both enjoy, then that might be a do.
Yeah.
True.
Don't bring up your ex. I thought that's so weird to me. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just so weird to me.
Yeah, just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. If a girl brings like her ex, it's like I don't fucking care about the guy.
I think
Yeah, I like unless it's like you get to know each other really well and it's like, oh, like what happened to you in the past, like yeah, that comes up later on, but like, oh my god, in the first date, like yeah, my ex was a bitch. Okay, like what? What does that have to do with right now?
you just have to know where the boundaries, and I think a do to do on your first date, it's to share something that's personal, like not really too personal, but like a few people know about it, and in that way you're gonna show the girl or the boy that you can trust them, and they're gonna be way more open to you, and they're gonna be way more interested in you, because in that way they will feel like you're being honest with them, and they are gonna feel more comfortable with you. So
I-
that's a do.
I would say to a certain extent I agree to that. I would, but like if for me personally, I wouldn't don't trauma dump on your first date. Like I would not want a guy.
Yeah, no.
Maybe
Sharing
there's
too
a
much.
line like
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely a line, and I feel like even with like it doesn't even have to be a date. If you just met someone, do not overshare and trauma dump on the first date. I think it gives like a really poor impression of you. You might scare away the girl, and you might also put like a uncomfortable energy.
Yeah,
out
do
there.
it to a certain extent. Don't
Yeah,
overdo it.
Like, yeah, I would agree. Like, share something personal, like, oh, something you did in your childhood, something like that you really like that stuff. Yeah, but like, I don't know, like deep stuff, I wouldn't. Like traumatic stuff, like yeah, maybe don't share.
Date.
Yeah, don't share that on the first date. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you can make someone very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but
easily.
like being different from all the conversations that you could have at first place. Like, I like, let's say, this football club, and I like that, and my hobbies are that.
I would say one don't is
something
don't talk about football with a girl. You just
Oh
gonna-
no, that's actually no. You just have to know what are the interests. Of
Okay,
the
I've
girl.
tried. But doesn't work.
don't over like don't bore her.
Yeah.
Like and vice versa. Like a girl, don't bore. Like if the person's clearly not interested within like the
yeah.
beginning of the conversation, then obviously they're not gonna be interested in what you have to say, even if you are passionate about it. Like maybe it can come up later on, but like in the beginning, don't bore them, don't talk over them, like constantly with that thing that you want to talk about, but they don't engage back with it.
And at the
'Cause,
same
yeah.
time, do make a list with the things that you plan to do with her. Like
List?
choose a restaurant.
Do you make a list? Like
No,
do you make
like
a
I
list?
mean,
I haven't
you
read,
know,
but
it's bad whenever you like the girl asks, "What shall we do?" Like because
No,
you
just
invite her.
You
and
just
you're
don't
like,
let her ask that question. You just we're going that place and that's it. pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, like do that. Take actions because
But
there
I'm
are a
not
lot
making
of
a list.
there. I
The
just
list
gave
is
it
in your
as an
mind.
example,
The list
but-
is in his
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah.
But basically,
Have
basically,
options,
it's like if I ask you, let's say, what shall we do, and you say, I don't know, I'm gonna be super bored because
Yeah,
I
true.
have to think about that, even though you invited me to go to a date.
Well, that
with
shows
you.
that you're not pretty much interested. that
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Also, don't start sharing controversial topics on the first date. Like,
Yeah, not very good topic. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why people do that. Like, oh, hot take, but like, no, not hot take. Like, why? Like, we don't even know each other that well. I wouldn't.
Kissing
Yeah.
on first date?
But still, like, I don't know, controversial topic. Maybe you should say it on the first date so you can get it all clear and be like, okay, I'm never gonna see you again. But
if you're at a restaurant, who pays the bill or a cafe?
A boy.
Of course.
you know what? I used to think like, no, 50-50. I was
Yeah.
so different before. Like, literally, if you asked me this like 2 years ago, I would have given you a different answer. I would have been like, no, 50-50. I fully believe in that. I fully believe like a girl could pay for him too. And to this day, I still believe in some extent to that. Like, I do believe the girl could pay for him, and like I have no problem with that. But in like the grand scheme of things, I do think the man should end up paying.
Yeah, even
his-
though there should be diversity, I think like let's say the first time he pays, and after that, I am gonna pay. just because I feel like I want to.
Like I would go out of my way. Like example, if I wanted to buy him something and I bring it to him, like if I bought the food and I brought him to him, like I
Yeah.
would pay. Like, and I do believe in like paying sometimes, but in the grand scheme of things, I do think a man should pay. This opinion has changed. Like I think for years I was like 50-50, but like my opinion
I
has
think
changed
you have
a
to
lot
look at
now.
the situation in a different way. So pretty much you go on a date and you have to just understand the girl. Like, is there like any future with that girl or not? And then you ask her, are we going home or not? And then you say, okay, if you're not going home, let's go Dutch and let's split the bill.
So
Right?
so you're looking at it
Send
like
it
an
to-
investment. Is that what I?
Yeah, so like
Kind of,
a
but then
wait,
it's,
so you view it as like a transaction?
no, not exactly a transaction, but you have to look at it like as a long-term investment. So you see yourself with that girl in a long, in the
returning
long
on
run.
assets. I see.
It's either like, yeah, it
Return on
has to be. Is it like short-term investment or long-term investment? So it's like, so if it's not, if you don't like her too much, you have to see it as a short-term. So
Then
we are-
why you're with her?
Wait, real quick. I want to say he's studying international business. I'm just gonna say,
Okay.
yeah.
if it's a short-term, so maybe she's a 6 and you just want to sleep with her. So then you ask her, are we going home or not? If she say not,
On the first date,
yeah, kind of, yeah. But then if you see her as a long-term one, then yeah, just pay the bill and yeah.
And ask her again.
Yeah, ask her maybe the next day, and ask her next day. Yeah, if you don't go on the first day, yeah. That's a good point to like to view this kind of situation. One
Good.
advice, you know.
don't take that advice.
Take that,
Don't-
take that,
don't
take that,
advice.
take that,
Don't take that.
take
advice.
that.
Don't
You know,
don't say
they're
you're a
boys.
6.
I
or
got
you're
it.
gonna
I
go
got
home
it
with
from
me.
my mentor in Singapore. He's a cool
Yeah,
guy.
whoever that guy in Singapore is, don't listen to him.
Nah,
don't
he's a
don't
cool
say
guy.
you're a 6. I want to sleep with you. Don't say that. Do not take this advice.
You just have to, you know. Just
No,
understand
no,
it.
you don't have to. No, you don't have to.
Okay, so yeah, guys, just pay for the girls. Yeah, even they're 2s, and
Yeah.
or 3s. Yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
if you feel like that way, you don't have to ever speak to her again. But I would say, I think
You gotta be a gentleman after all.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think like to
Yeah, but
be
You're gonna be a
Okay.
gentleman.
Then if the girl asks you out, just to go out, does she pay? Does she still pay, or does the guy pay?
If she asks you, I believe she has to pay. She initiates it.
if she suggests the place and brings you to the place, then
Yeah.
sure.
I think my point also solved this problem as well.
Okay, imagine you being in this situation and she asks you,
What
"Let's fuck."
and what?
Are you gonna be okay?
He
If
said,
she-
"Yeah,
No,
let's
if
go."
she's like-
That's why
if
that's
she's
that.
a strong 6, but you're going for 9,
Oof, debatable.
and she pays.
Oh, if I go for a 9, then I pay. That doesn't matter. If she says yeah, it's fine.
But what if she pays, and she offers you to have something together after dinner, but she's
That's-
a 5, and you're not sure about her?
I say
Politely
free
no.
dinner, free fun. I say it's fine. Yeah. I say it's fine. You know?
Okay. Damn. Wow.
Come on, bro.
No, I was supposed to be here. Fuck.
God damn. Okay.
Boys will be boys, you know.
Next
Uh,
question. Next question,
I
please.
don't agree
Uh,
completely with what he said.
Don't lie,
like-
don't
he
lie.
like-
Everybody
he like-
agrees. Everybody
He
agrees.
looks in the
Everybody who
camera.
watches
He's like, I don't support this.
Completely.
completely
To some extent, yes. To some extent, no.
Everybody's different after all.
true.
But like, I mean, after the first date, you would want to sleep with someone. You wouldn't like want to build something first. Would it?
I think
Isn't-
also
Doesn't it become more special?
it really
if you do?
depends like the connection. If you have a real chemistry and like connection with the girl, I think it doesn't matter too much. Like even like paying or whatever. So for me, especially
Yeah.
for me personally, it's all about chemistry, connection, and just understanding each other on like a higher level, not just like hobbies if you match or stuff.
Yeah.
How does your conversation flow, basically? Yeah.
No, it's also not about conversation. Just I don't know. I don't know how to understand.
I think it matters about like energy too. Like
Energy,
if
exactly.
you-
Energy,
if you
chemistry,
feel-
like connection.
yeah, if you feel something, then
Yeah.
you could prolong that. You could wait.
I don't know. You just have people, not especially like girls, but just like people in general. Just have connection with them. Just pretty much enjoy your time. You don't think about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You just enjoy your time. So those are the people that you're willing to invest in them, like your time.
Invest,
Well,
man.
no, I'm talking
His
about
business.
not only money, just time and just share your time and memories and whatever with them. That's it.
For
pretty much.
online courses, go to him.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
to me.
There is gonna be like an ad.
A link in the description.
There's like one course about money investment, one course about
www,
emotional investment.
.stoyanexpert.com NL BG.
Expert.
Expert.
Expert, yeah.
I'd
Expert's
be
a big
expert.
word.
Not that
maybe
big for
expert.
me.
Oh yeah, I actually wanted to ask you something because you're a guys, and I've experienced that. And to be fair, I'm getting like driven by that so in a bad way. I really hate the fact whenever I start talking to somebody and he invests a lot in the time to talk to me, and all of a sudden he just disappears. And I just want to talk to him, and like I'm keep thinking about him, and actually I then realize that I like him. He disappears and then he comes back, and then we keep talking, and I'm getting even more driven to
I
talk
think
to him.
that's pretty much his strategy.
But do you do that as well?
Yes.
Fuck off then.
I don't know. To me, sometimes if I also depends if I like the girl too much and if we have this kind of connection, I'm not gonna do it. But then if
To be fair,
yeah, probably the guy also is not very into you, so probably that's why.
Yeah, I
he's
think
doing
maybe
that.
sometimes it's about the chase, right? Like they prefer the chase.
to be fair, I've sometimes exploited that. If I see a girl that
Exploited that strategy.
Oh.
Nice.
yeah, no, exploited how the girl is feeling towards me. You know, if she's likes hanging out with me, wants to talk with me constantly, I'll be like,
No,
yeah.
but for
then
them it's
I'll-
different. I would say with them it's different.
they'll,
They think differently. It's not that.
She just said herself.
Oh, but they're all girls, you know.
Yeah, it's either they're gonna get bored or they're gonna get even more interested.
But girls also do that, man. So
Yeah,
don't-
yeah.
I think it's more about the chase. It's more fun than the actual.
You're going back and forth. You're
Yeah.
going-
What do they say? It's about the journey, not the destination.
But
Yeah,
eventually,
exactly.
eventually you get tired of that.
Yeah, eventually. But I guess like in these certain scenarios, you don't think too deeply. Maybe the connection isn't that deep enough for you to.
Yeah, and also we are quite
Like
young.
you said, it's not enough for you to invest in.
Come on.
So-
Dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyways, but I have to bring another topic because we live in 21st century and online dating is very
Yeah.
trendy. Everybody does it. So
Yeah.
what are the benefits and disadvantages of that? What do you think?
Of online dating.
Like Tinder, whatever.
How
If
do you
it
feel
doesn't
about
work,
that?
you're not supposed to really go to see this person. Actually,
Okay.
like you know that whenever you text, you send messages, you're way more confident than actually you are.
I'm the other way around.
I feel like the other way around too. I really don't feel
I'm
like
the
I can
same,
connect
yeah.
with someone through
Okay,
text.
for
I
the
think
shy
in person.
people, for the shy people.
Oh, that works for you.
I'm shy as well,
Yeah,
but just
I'm
I'm
very
more
confident when I'm
confident.
You
texting.
like-
don't
Really?
seem
Yeah.
like a shy person, to be
I'm
honest.
telling you, I'm shy. Just
Shy to who?
shy to everybody. To the girls, man. You know. I'm just pretending. I'm a good actor. You know.
Oh, okay.
You should have come to my short film.
Businessman and actor.
Oh,
Oh.
you get
I-
everything.
Girls.
Top
package.
prospect
Full
on the
package.
market. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on the person, but like I think I'm better at in-person conversation than on text. Because I think it could be very
But have you tried
Basic.
online dating?
no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I just think it's too embarrassing to like put a profile. like,
Actually,
on.
Nice.
my last situationship started based on online dating, and basically this guy was from Tinder, but with him everything was super. I guess everything happened super naturally, and our first date was in the forest at 12 midnight.
Yeah, that doesn't
12
sound good.
midnight.
Have you lost your
Well,
mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, all my friends were
The
like,
guy on Tinder is
"Girl, are you-"
like, yeah, meet me in the forest at midnight. It's gonna be so romantic,
And
and he
he's
kills
a,
you.
He's a Wolverine.
I gotta,
Yeah.
I gotta tell
Jacob
you,
Black
actually,
comes out.
actually, I suggested that.
All right.
Yes.
So you're
So you're
crazy
stupid.
or what? You're
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I kept roasting him about him being a serial killer and stuff like that. But eventually,
So you made the jokes. You had the realization, and you still went through with the plan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was nervous.
You didn't think, right? No. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say
What
for
happened?
me it was. It
Did he
was
turn into Wolverine?
No,
Did he sparkle?
he actually had feelings beforehand, and
How come?
at that moment, I mean,
Through the telephone feeling?
we talked later about
The
that.
text,
And
he's
he
like,
said
wow.
that he really liked me as person because we had conversations before that, and
Like
As
on
I
the
said.
phone or like?
yeah, on the phone, like texting, like calling.
Okay.
And he saw that, but at that moment I thought that we were gonna be just friends because it didn't feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you suggest the forest though?
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, it wasn't really a suggestion. Like it was just like, let's have a midnight conversation.
A
That's
midnight
so- And I w-
conversation
That's so
with someone
hot.
you've never met.
That's so hot.
Yeah,
That's
and
so
I-
stupid.
No, that's so hot.
No.
and Yeah, I went to his place and I was like,
You went to his place
yeah, like
after
in
the
front-
midnight after the midnight conversation.
No, before.
Okay.
Before he was waiting for me outside, and I was like, "This is the first and last time I'm gonna come to your place." But I eventually kept going. But yeah, no, the first time we saw, I didn't want to go to his place, and that's why we both agreed on just walking and talking and
Okay,
do
so you met
something.
like in his place or like in some random place, and then you went to his place and then to the forest.
He was waiting me in front of his place, and next to his place there was a forest. So we
Okay.
just decided to walk to go to the forest.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, look, the forest right there. You should go in there." And he has
Oh,
like
my
an axe,
favorite-
but he's like an axe underneath the shirt.
Listen. The funniest thing is that he actually is not from Breda, so he wasn't known where he's going. So we both didn't
But
know.
he has a place in Breda.
Yeah, like
Fuck.
yeah, but
That's
he didn't
strange.
know. Like he legit used Google.
Maps.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I can pretend I don't know that place as well, but yeah, okay.
Which forest do you know? Like which?
I have no
where?
idea.
Why do you want to know this forest for future for future purposes?
Oh, I had so many places because I'm from the sea, from the seaside in Bulgaria, so we had like a sea garden. So I know every single spot in the sea garden.
Spot.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
from Varna?
No, I'm from Burgas.
Ah,
So I know every single spot in the sea garden, and especially when it's dark, kind of summer, quite warm.
Okay.
I go in the sea garden in...
In Bulgaria, we're quite creepy apparently. Yeah.
No, but
yeah.
it's...
Don't do this in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
No, do it,
I'm
It's
learning
quite
so
nice.
much. I'm learning so
Don't
much.
do this in Sofia. Don't
You
do
go,
it.
you go to the sea. I have another spot like which is one friend told me like you go there, you see the whole sea, you see the bridge, like there's one big bridge, you see the stars, and you just talk to her, blah blah blah, and
I really
kiss
like
her.
stars, and she's gonna be, oh, me too. And then you're taking advantage.
Exactly, yeah.
No, that's not how you do it.
Exactly,
I
guys.
feel like I do notice that there's such a different like culture with like dating in Europe than in North America, or at least in Toronto.
I don't know. I've never
Like
had
over-
experience.
Like over here, like it's so direct. Like go back to my place like right after the first date. Like no, it would never happen really. Or like it could, but it's not. It's like slower. Over here, I think it's faster. More
Mm.
fast paced. It's like slower there. It might have to do something with the directness here, and like the over politeness in Canada.
Oh.
So maybe that's what it is. But yeah, I've definitely noticed that difference.
So any other online dating stories?
I don't know. I just feel like you can't really get to know a person.
Ooh,
online,
I do
so.
have another one. But it's not really like a dating story. It's more of experience. I was back in Bulgaria. I think I was 12th grade, and I was having a really nice evening with friends of mine, and girls were like, "Let's download Tinder, and
Mhm.
let's see what we can find." And I was like, "Okay, sure."
Nice.
So I downloaded Tinder, and eventually I started talking to a guy that was studying at that moment at Austria, but he was in Bulgaria.
Mhm.
And he was from the capital, and I live very close to the capital. So we started talking, and I don't know why, but it turned out that I made him come to my place. Like,
How come?
I didn't do it.
I don't know
intentionally.
how it
I was
happened.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know
no, no.
how, but he came to my place.
Listen, so
He
I
just
was,
found
I
in my
was, I
place.
was joking. I was joking, and I was like, "Yeah, I live like here," and I don't remember the conversation. It was a long time ago, but apparently he came. He was like 5 minutes away from my place, and he just sends me a picture, and I'm like, actually, and like this was the first interaction with person online that I don't know how he looks like actually, if he is a real person, because like deepfake is it's a dipshit.
Yeah. But you can actually, I don't know, in my opinion, you can recognize like a fake profile, especially in Tinder. Okay.
Yeah, nowadays yes, but back in the days not
Yeah,
really.
True, yeah.
I also feel like I don't know why there is like, another reason I wouldn't trust online dating is like for me I think like guys look better in person than they do in pictures.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I think guys look so much better in person, but like they take the ugliest photos.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, but it's so true. I just think like a lot of the times a guy could be
I
like
think we just don't care that much.
I think you could look like an 8 in person, but then the photos like that you try to show, they look like a 5. I don't know why
Yeah.
it works like that, but it does.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't trust online dating because like that person could actually be good looking in real life, but on the photo they're like a 4.
Yeah, we just don't spend that much time on making a good photo. Or,
I know
Or
girls
like they just don't
Photoshop.
capture. They just don't get captured well on photos, or like they post only the ugly photos or something. I don't know what it is.
Well,
Like
girls also use Photoshop and stuff.
It really depends.
Yeah,
if
like
he's
I-
a photographer, bro, he spends his time in editing.
But still, like those are like posed photos. Like, but I just mean like naturally, I think like guys look a lot better in person than in photos. So I don't think the photos do justice. So I wouldn't trust online dating because the photos can't do justice for the person. But yeah, I don't know. There's more to it. Like I feel like you just
Yeah.
can't capture a person's essence, their vibe online.
I don't know. I've done primarily. I was in Singapore last year, so I've done dating a lot, but it was like just online because, I mean, pretty much I didn't know a lot of people. So I've done a lot of online dating, but it was quite nice. I think for me it was a good experience. So pretty
But
much.
like, but like your online dating, like how far does that experience take you? Like you can just keep texting
I mean,
the
pretty
person.
much
Like
up until to the end, pretty much every time, most of it.
yeah, but like you can just like text the person, but like how deep can you get into a conversation over text?
I mean, just I don't know. I just text him like, yeah, I'm new in here just for a couple of months. Do you wanna go out, show me the city? And she was like, yeah, sure. and then we go out a couple
Easy.
more times.
Oh, okay,
Um,
so you do meet up, okay.
Huh?
You do meet up.
Oh, yeah, of course.
okay.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, so I was thinking, I was
Yeah,
like, it's just online.
I was
the whole
thinking,
time.
yeah, just
yeah, that's
texting.
how I assumed you said it.
No.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Every time, yeah, pretty much texting a little bit. And if she's like into going out, just go out, have dinner stuff. And, yeah.
I feel like Lino today is really silent. I want
Yeah,
to
we have to hear more
understand
from you.
his point as well.
No, I'm just not in the mood really today. Sorry about that. I'm reading this book.
No
Uh,
pressure.
what did I say? What did I say? Shy guy,
No, the guy,
mysterious, you don't know
the guy is
nothing.
trying to make himself like more kind of promote himself to the girls. I think that's it.
No,
Ah.
not really.
That's it,
no.
pretty much.
No, it's not gonna work with those two girls in particular.
No, but there's other audience, you know.
Girls, he's from Boas, by the way. So the audience from
Yeah.
Boas
No.
and the audience from Avans,
Yes,
Go
and
for
Boas as well.
because George
And
is
other
not
universities.
here. George is not here today, so he is not gonna be able to get
He might
promoted.
come. By the way. He might come and like. Nah, he's not. gonna be
No,
able.
he's coming from the
Yeah.
airport. So,
It's okay.
but I would say some tips. I would say don't spend too much time texting. Try to go on a date. If she doesn't want to, just say okay, bye bye. And don't spend too much time
Yeah,
with
for
that.
it to actually go somewhere, you can't just always be texting.
And what else? What else? I think that's the main one. Just don't. Just spend too much time on that.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it as well. Yeah. And if she is not that nice in person, then don't go for a second date.
Or if he is not. Okay, but what about the ones that are really like irritating you in a way? Let's say you don't really want to spend time with them after the first date because you saw that you're not a match, and you clearly told him that you're not really interested, or you clearly told her that you're not interested, but they keep texting you.
And then just
How do you get over this?
block her.
Oh.
Block her.
That's a little
That's
bit too
harsh.
rude.
That's
yeah.
harsh.
I mean, how do you just if you tell like the person?
I think
don't,
you
I
just
don't
get
want-
more dry. You get more and more dry, and then hopefully they just get the
Or you
hint.
just ghost them, I guess. Girls do that a lot, at least. Yeah.
Ghost?
Ghost people.
Go-
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
No,
if
but
you don't
then
want to
it's
ghost,
like-
you just get dry, and then
If the
hopefully
girl
it
is
ends.
still spamming you, like, what do you do? Just block her. What do you do?
All right, that's intense.
It's gonna be difficult, that, like,
But-
if you see her regularly, like if you study together, for example.
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
then
yeah,
it's
just
gonna be.
Yeah,
you
that's why
work
I would just
together.
suggest the be dry, and then like
One
hopefully
tip-
it fizzles out. You know.
Just have a conversation with her like a grown man. Just say
Mhm.
to her, like,
Yeah.
Okay.
no, I'm not into that.
Directness.
Yeah, that's the easiest way, you know.
Yeah, the Dutch way. Be direct.
I like it.
I don't
it,
like you.
it.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I like that. Just
Get
you're very
fucked up.
open. You're very direct. You know what you expect from each other.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time, because time is money. You know. You know.
Keep that in mind, guys.
Keep that in mind.
Start learning.
Time is money. Investments.
Investment.
At the end of this podcast, we promote like your business, your investment business.
Long-term, short-term investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monetary, emotionally, all of it.
Monetization of everything,
Yeah, basically.
including your girl. No, I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke.
She's not a possession. She's not an asset.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm joking.
we see. We
I'm
read something
joking. I'm
different in the
joking.
book.
Come on. But yeah, I think we are just coming at the end.
Okay.
at our podcast, and
Okay.
maybe we can conclude with final, I don't know, tips, tricks for dating for our viewers.
Well,
And
I want to ask you guys a question. What do
Yeah.
you guys look for in a girl?
I think I look for, as I said earlier, there's connection. Of course, yeah, look. I would say, like it has to be physical, but also it has to be on a energy level quite high. So she has to be good looking, maybe not like a 10 out of 10, but I would say she also has to have this kind of, we have to have this connection, and on our energy level, and like, yeah, that's it pretty much.
And
What
what
do
is
you-
what is the first thing that you see in a person?
Mm,
Because some people say eyes,
boobs.
face.
Her smile.
Boobs.
You see how different their answers are?
No, I mean, first thing, very honest, boobs, ass, pretty much. But then, yeah, if you start talking like with her, just see her like behavior, and I don't know how she's, if she's like, I don't know, if she has that kind of charisma, I would say. I don't know how to explain it. Just a chemistry,
What if she's a little bit psycho?
That's allowed.
Like
I think I
in a
like.
flirty way, like cute, but
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, first thing, obviously, you look at how someone looks, right? So, yeah. But mainly for me is the smile that I look for. In terms of what I look into qualities, maybe I would like her to be respectful to me, to acknowledge my feelings as well, as I acknowledge her feelings, and yeah, things like this.
okay,
Wow.
nice.
And your girls?
What do I look for in a guy? I think like it's like dumb to say that attraction isn't a thing. Like obviously you have to be attracted to the person. I would say humor, like to see if they're like they can match your wittiness or sarcasm. And also just like overall charisma, like if they have like a charming personality
Mhm.
that I like to be around. Also like they're like how like genuine they feel, like if they're like a kind person, like they don't overdo it, like
Mhm.
it's you don't feel like it's like a fake kindness, like it's a genuineness.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say that those are like the main like surface level things.
I
What
would
about
say
you?
I would say. the
Oh,
first
and
thing-
academically driven. Like I can't like
Why is that important to you?
I don't know,
that
I
much?
just don't want like a bum.
Like a bum.
Yeah, like a loser
if
who like
he's like into sports and just
no
doing
like
football.
like someone who just like doesn't try, has no ambition, or has no goals. I don't like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't like that. I feel like I
Yeah,
want
that's
someone
not
who's like
very
driven.
attractive. Yeah.
Yeah, someone who's like
enough.
driven. and
I would
stuff.
say I share the same opinion with you, but for more like physical attraction, I would say the first thing that I see is eyes. I look at the eyes because the eyes are basically the mirror for your soul, and you can read a person
deep.
through the eyes very well. Like if you know how to read it, like if you're an
Teach me
observer.
how to read it.
I can't. Not everybody has it.
Can you do
but
it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. And
Read
I
me.
if I see you for the first time, I would try, but
You
yeah.
already met me. For
She
a
knows
first
you
time.
too well.
I know
First time,
too
no
well.
way. First time you
No,
saw me.
I-
I don't know.
I can say I can read people. That's something really hard, and actually, it's something wrong that people are trying to read someone. But this is another discussion. This is okay. I really like shoulders. I go
Shoulders.
I go for shoulders.
That's a strange.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
eyes.
If we're doing superficial things, then hands.
Yeah,
The veins,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
veins. Yeah.
The forearms, veins.
Yeah, veins. I don't know why that's like a really
I was
yeah.
about to
If
say,
we're getting
yeah.
superficial.
I was about to say, I've heard a lot of girls say that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like rings and like the veins on the hands.
Look, it's really important. If he's stylish, that's really important. Like if he knows how to combine pieces of clothes, if he knows how to combine, let's say, jewelries and stuff like that.
If he's rich enough to have jewelry, first place.
Well, you can find cheap ones and still
Then
combine them
just
and
don't
make
wear
them.
Yeah. I feel like an ick is like if they're not like hygienic and stuff, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that, I
they-
think
they
that's
are.
like a general
That's a
thing.
must
Yeah,
for
that's a
everybody.
must. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like if I see like dirt under their fingernails, like ooh.
Yeah, for me also it's like a must. Just the girl has to be very hygienic, just
Hygienic,
very
yeah.
like I don't know, keep herself like clean.
Make me coming with my pajama.
No, but it's like I thought it's like a deal breaker, you know. Someone's not like it makes you like see them differently, view them differently.
Yeah.
But that's just like superficial, like the surface level like looks and stuff, like hands and all that. But that's true. I don't know what it is, hands for sure. I don't know why.
Pretty much. That's it.
Okay,
Yeah, but
So
I would
it-
also say smile.
smile.
Yeah, because I feel like I can just kind of tell like the type of person you are. with
Well,
this
yeah.
smile.
Basically, the first thing that you see in people, it's their face. You look at their
Yeah.
face at first, and then you like go down. So it's not boobs and ass at first.
Debatable. Okay.
If it's if you're in a club, yeah, for sure. Because yeah, but
to be honest, sometimes.
But I
Even
think
in
you-
the streets,
I think like when someone speaks to you and you notice their smile, like their smile could like kind of tell you the type of person they are. Maybe that's
Yeah, maybe like expression.
yeah, like
Okay.
it expresses like how they are. So yeah, I think
Mm.
smile is important.
Okay, guys. So I think pretty much that wraps up our podcast.
it's a
Okay.
wrap.
And it's a wrap. So thank you very much for watching us. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And I would like to thank our guests today, Sarah and Elizabeth, for joining us.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
Thank you.
I'm-
We
Fun
had a
being
nice
here.
conversation.
It's
Yeah.
been very nice, very insightful, and I would love to join us again, maybe in a future episodes.
For sure.
I would like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, thank you very much, and yeah, we'll keep you posted for anything else that is coming up. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Bye.